Meanwhile, Microsoft is gearing up to launch its Windows 7 later this month. In an exclusive interview, Craig Mundy, Chief Strategy Officer of the company, says the company wants to partner with the Unique ID project with the Government of India. Earlier today, Shireen caught up with Craig and began by asking him about his assessment of the economic recovery in the United States.
I think we still tend to characterize it as, we're approaching a bottom that appears to have some firmness to it, but not anything that would say there's a big rebound that's about to happen. So we've at least planned at Microsoft for this to be more like a reset, and that the growth out of it will be more at typical GDP growth rates, and that'll be different on a region-by-region basis.
So in that context, what really is the outlook as far as IT spending is concerned? Because that continues to be a big worry and a big question mark.
Well, I think we've certainly seen some impact this year simply because capital budgets have been constrained.
That's right.
But at least in our sector, there's also been a fairly long period of time where people have been holding back on upgrades. And with the arrival of Windows 7 and some of the things that are coming in 2010, we at least are forecasting that there will be a bit of a rebound in that particular component of capital spending and software spending around IT.
Okay, let me talk to you about the big launch, that is Windows 7. I believe the date has now been fixed for October 22nd. There have been some delays, haven't there?
No, actually, the target for Windows 7 has been remarkably on track. And in fact, if you look back about a year, we were actually conditioning people that it might not occur until the first calendar quarter of 2010.
Okay.
So in fact, we came ahead of that conservative schedule.
How confident are you feeling about the success or the possible success of Windows 7, given what we saw actually happen with the Vista, which even Steve Ballmer has proclaimed has been a failure as far as Microsoft is concerned?
Well, I don't think we characterize Vista as a failure, but one where we did not come out of the gate quickly. The whole ecosystem wasn't really prepared, and there were other issues around it. I think we're highly confident about Windows 7. The preparedness of the global ecosystem to bring it to market along with new devices, and the quality of the product. It's gotten rave reviews through a fairly long testing cycle, and I think we have as much confidence in this as anything we've ever done.
What is the status as far as the deal with Yahoo is concerned in terms of the regulatory roadblocks? How confident are you of overcoming those regulatory roadblocks at this point in time?
It's not an area that I personally track very carefully. It is going through the regulatory reviews at the predicted pace, so I don't have any knowledge or reason to be pessimistic at this point.
Have you gotten an update from the Indian government as far as its UID program is concerned? Because the last time Bill Gates was here, he spoke about how he would actually like to partner with the Indian government for this program.
We did, we have talked about that. In fact, I've brought up that subject a number of times, not just with the Planning Commission, but with others here this week. We think that in general, a very, very important issue is this question of digital identity, but not just for the citizens, but for their computers and ultimately their software too.
Right.
And so I think we really do want to work aggressively. We think we have some interesting ideas about the most effective ways to implement these identity programs. In some cases, these go beyond the UID concept that it's been advanced so far. And so I'm hopeful that we'll find a way to work with Nandan.
Well, that was Craig Mundy, and you can catch that entire interview with him on The Appointment this weekend, coming up only on CNBC TV 18.